Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Cisco Mafia, Anthony here, man. Tales of the Darkside, episode 56. We're a week away from Christmas Eve, my friends. Interesting show tonight. I believe Brother Cousins and Mario will be joining us at some point, but we'd never want to keep everybody waiting. So we're starting without them until they arrive. But I got Denobi in the house tonight. What's good, man?
What's up, folks? Hello, everybody.
Crazy times. Crazy times indeed, man. And Joao, man. Big Bretta, my dude. How you been, man?
All good. Nice to stream in Sunday morning here. For you, it's all evening.
Yeah, it's a little early for you, isn't it?
Oh. Yeah, it's 10 a.m.
10 a.m. But you are a trooper, my friend.
A clone.
You are. I appreciate you coming in early on a Sunday, no less. Yeah, man, so we'll get into some stuff. There's some things to talk about. I don't think we're going to talk about the general releases of the week, because I think everybody's kind of talked about them enough. Maybe we'll dabble a little bit into one or two things, but before we begin, though, who's all up in here? Let's say what's up to everybody. Blackbird Tech, what's good, my man? Who else we got? Collector number 1, OG fan, with the cheers, my dude. Reed, it says, hey, shout out to Jake and the rest of the boys in 1-6 Toys group chat. We love what you do here, Mafia. Hey, I appreciate that very much, my man. Appreciate. CT603, my dude. Yabba dabba doo. He's always coming in with them old references. I'm half the chat probably don't even know what that is. I could be wrong, though. God, that would be showing our age. Funky Cold, what's going on, my man? If only Zenobi could guest appear,
I'm here.
That would shred.
Hello.
No. Denobi and Joel, we're both here early.
Yeah.
I like promptness. I very much do. Dokinator, my man, what is also good, dude? My dude in the house. Jonathan M as well. Ash Chase. What's up, plastic? Crackheads. That is right. Miles Dyson, go Mafia Rangers. Well, I guess maybe they may get a little bit of a vibe with that with the intro. Cha-Cha, what's good, man? Hello, I hope everyone is doing well this evening. Christian Detours, what's up as well? Jason wants to say, Salvo, what's good, my man? Good evening, Mafia fam. Aunt P in the house. Mr. Mom as well. Hey, what's going on? Avengers level panel. Appreciate 6 scale collections. Previously known as Clone Collector, my dude. What's up, man? What is good? Mary in the house as well. Evening, gentlemen. AJ, just passing through tonight, but wanted to say hello. Well, hello, my friend. Hope everyone has a great stream, and don't forget to smash that like button. I am right. Hit the like. Road to 4K, man. We're almost there. Terry as well in the house. Single songwriter. Bring on the heavy artillery. Yeah, I know, right? 12-inch Moose Stream as well in the house. And we got a bunch of people pouring in. Calvin Williams, what's good, my man? Polo as well. Good evening, collectors. Cruising through space, man. I love the name. 16 Jedi, what's good, my man? DT Art, man. Chuck G. Everybody else in here, me in between, man. I appreciate everybody coming in. Local Lou as well. What's poppin'? Hit that like button. My dear Mandalorian Huntress, as always. Hot panel tonight. Thank you very much. King Dingaling as well. Love the name too. What's up, guys? Man, well, what is good, everybody? I wanted to say hello to everybody as we start this Saturday evening discussion. Man, I'm going to jump right into this shit, man. I'm going to start with Denobi on this, man. Do you have any idea, man? It's been since March, right? But what the hell is going on with Sideshow and these wait lists? Do you have any theories? Is this a problem?
This is what we've been talking about through most of the year. This is the market healing, and I welcome it 100%. I love it. I think it's great. I like the pressure. It's holding Sideshow and Hot Toys accountable, and is holding the customer base accountable as well too. I like it. This is we're going back to the, what did I tell you, the proto era, pre 2020, and this is what it used to be like. This was normal. This was, if you wanted to play in the game, if you wanted to run out in the with the big boys, this was the norm. 2020 and 2021, that was not the norm. That was never the norm. That was
that was the new wave.
Yeah, that was why we were, at least I felt I was very vocal about it. I go, this doesn't make any sense. 130 something pre-orders. It doesn't, and everybody just didn't really pay attention. They just thought it was fun. And at one point we all thought it was fun in games, just collecting pre-orders. And eventually those pre-orders are going to come back a knocking. They're going to, it's going to like, hey, we're here to purchase. But I take it all serious. This is very serious. We're entering 2023. Brace for impact.
No, and you know, and it's interesting because I know with Joel here, you know, you don't. I mean, you're over in China, man, so it's totally different. You know, you don't have Sideshow to deal with, but you're noticing somewhat of a difference this year too over there as well, haven't you? As far as orders and quantity.
No doubt. The biggest difference I found, at least during this whole year, it's the amount of collectors even here in China that are tapping out completely of collecting. The economy, it's hitting everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Hot Toys is trying hard here for pre-orders, to get pre-orders. They start to establish their own official channels here in China, not going through retailers. Now they are selling directly here, doing a lot of promotions, incentivizing people for pre-orders, creating some discounts. If you pre-order early, you got early bird discount. You got
And that's all new this year.
All new this year. All new this year. Hot Toys enter with much force than was before. Before they were depending much on retailers. But the case in the Sideshow, I think in some point, Sideshow is also giving responsibility to collectors. Now it's time for you to be responsible too. Because this FOMO, it's not only, let's hit the pre-order button. Will you commit to the pre-order in next year? Will you fulfill the pre-orders? Because if, let's say, 30% of collectors, they don't pay the pre-orders, it will be dead stock again, right? And we will back to square one.
Right, so right at the beginning again.
We as collectors, we also need to be responsible when we hit that pre-order button, when we pay that $30 or $50 deposit, that we are going to fulfill that payment when the invoice arrives. And I'm seeing next year will be a difficult year for everyone, especially if you are collecting Star Wars, No Way Home line. I think we'll be eating everything in the same months around. Goblins, Spider-Mans.
Oh yeah, it's going to be like a consecutive.
It's everything in the same time. It will be crazy.
It's kind of like what's happening now this month, right? I mean, we've got Doc,
22,
Batman, Robin, Hunter,
22 releases in 2 weeks.
22.
Yeah.
Has it been 22? Holy shit! Wow.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
So you see, it's
worth 22.
Well, that's interesting, right? You know, for everybody in the chat not knowing, I mean, because we have, you know, here domestically with Sideshow, what's going on over in China directly with Hot Toys. So it's not just Sideshow, right? Like everything they're ramping up. Do you think that has something to do with, as you were mentioning, how Hot Toys is getting more directly involved? And maybe that's why they opened up another store?
They didn't open another store. They didn't open another store. That Rebel base, it was just a relocation.
Was it relocating? Okay, so that's their third.
In the same shopping mall, but they moved from the third floor to the basement.
Okay, because I remember last year, right? Was it last year? Was it last year? Was when they opened Echo Base?
Yeah, but the Rebel Base was just a relocation. It was not a new store.
But see, that's interesting, right? So if they're totally switching things up, Jay, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight?
Hi, Jay.
Hey, awesome. Having a good day to be here. Good day. Got a good panel, great panel right here.
It is.
Talk about this news.
Yeah, well, what we were just chiming in, I don't know if you heard a little bit. Was asking Denobi's thoughts on Sideshow, Joel's on Hot Toys in general, because it's totally different over there, right? And basically, I'm wondering what the hell is going on, man. What do you think is the situation since, I think it was March, April, I think was our first notice, right? Which was Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Right.
Hitting that wait list a year beforehand, followed by, you know, I think the Bad Cycle and the, you know, so on and so forth. And I'll pull them up and we can look at them. But I figured, you know, at first we were like, okay. Is it a fluke? But if you think about it, right? Because I've heard this is the reason I wanted to talk about this tonight before I get to you is that because a lot of people were like, oh, look, 3PO's gone. Okay. So are we getting learned? Right. Are we getting this learned behavior since March that, hey, things are changing? And then he came back. But did he, though? Did he, though? Like, he popped up for.
He's gone again, right?
Yeah, he's gone again.
It's all gone.
Yeah. So I want to know what your thoughts are on that. Because you know me, since March, I was like, this is not a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
This is real. But since we're getting into the new year, we're turning over this year. Thoughts on that, man?
I mean, I thought it was a little bit of them playing chess with us a little bit. Well, us playing chess with ourselves at this point, playing chess with our wallets or playing chess with what we really want. They're at a point where I thought they were just trying, because, a lot of us last year were on this whole thing of, don't pre-order. There's no need to pre-order and all that other stuff. We're learning a horror lesson now. It's like, no, you need to pre-order. If you want this shit, you need to come get it. And that's how they're taking it at this point, because they don't want to keep this stuff in stock. They don't want to have, Infinity War figures for like 5 years sitting. That's not the game. This is now, it's almost becoming kind of how what NECA does this a little bit as well too. It's like almost you buy it, if you want it, you pre-order it, they make it, they sell it. That's it. We're not going to hold on to this shit and just have it there. I still think they'll have a couple of things laid around, but we don't know. We don't know. Once it's going to be real interesting to see what's going to happen this year, 2023, how it's going to go. Personally, I think that's just what it is. They don't want to hold this. They don't want to hold this stock anymore. They want this stuff out the door, and that's why they're just cutting sales and cutting prices on the older stock. They want that shit out. They want it done. They're probably just tired of paying taxes on it and want it go.
That's the basic retail formula for any retail establishment. Dead stock is typically when a retailer has dead stock in the back, that's typically a death sentence. That's not good. The whole idea is to come and it has to go. The quicker the better. That's how it's always. So the fact that we have figures there that are over a year old, I mean, I always think of Lando, who's been sitting there for about a year, and that's not good. And then the fact that he's BOGO and they still can't get rid of him. Well, shit, how many of these guys did you buy, Sideshow? How big was your PO? Right. So they're not playing that. Clearly, they're under new management. That management team may not even be there for all we know. I don't know. I mean, everybody, it was such a tumultuous time between 2020 and 2021. This is a different Sideshow, and this is a different Hot Toys. I would take everything very seriously, and I wouldn't convince yourself anything otherwise that it's games or anything. If you think it's a game, then you're going to lose. This is take it at face value.
I agree. I totally agree on that. Also, do you guys, just throwing the question back to you guys as well. I think this is also a way for them to kill off those Hong Kong resellers. Well, I really think that's what it is.
I think that's how it originally started. And we talked about this months ago, but I mean, to reiterate everything, I think there's a culmination of different things here, but I do want to talk about that. But let me address some of the people in the chat here, because some bring up some good points. Like Single Songwriter said, eventually the waitlist stuff will magically reappear, because 80%, I know it's a bit of an exaggeration, but 80% of customers never pre-order anything, right? But you're right, though. There's that percentage there where a lot of people don't commit, and I think that's what we were all kind of alluding to as well. And I noticed CT603, my dude, where did you say that? That brings up another good point, that the new shift makes army building difficult. My new minimum is 3 figures. It's been very difficult, right? Because you're getting, if you want clones and battle droids, things like that, it's cutting down, man. It's getting a little rough here. So a couple people, you guys are making up some good points here. Doc Smizzle said it's been since July, after Peacemaker upgrades were shown at SDCC. It then went waitlist that same week. Yeah, it was about a week later, right? Yeah, I remember, because Denobi was walking the streets when it happened. Yep. Oh, a mistress of the night. Why am I thinking crazy things with that sentence, man? Christian Detour says Hong Kong resellers will be brutal when the dust settles. And this is something I was talking about, man, and that's an interesting thing. And we can get into that, but I think like what Joel was saying earlier is the same thing, right? Is that I think we can all agree from Sideshow's perspective, they're wanting the customers, us, you guys, everybody in between everywhere, right, to commit, right? Because that I think was a big problem we've had. And this kind of goes into Jay's point as well, is that you have other people out there, pushing resellers. And I think, they do have, there's an influence there, right? And over time, as people are like, well, why are we buying from Sideshow when we have to wait 4 months or more? I think Endgame Cap was really like the final straw. I think at the end of 2020 for most people, where they were just like, dude, you've had my money for 8 months.
That was an extended batch too.
Yeah. So
I was one of those
people are buying. Right. I was one of them too, man. So that's what I think the issue is. So then people started flocking overseas.
Yep.
And then, of course, Toys Wonderland is dropping shit at like ridiculous prices. So then people are like, well, fuck it. I'll take the gamble.
And you know why they're doing it? It's because now they're getting stuck with a lot of overstock. Now their situation is now overstock because they're not able to push out the merch as fast as they thought they would. It's a little bit of, trying to predict the market to the point where you want to be profitable, but at the same time, you don't want to get stuck with dead stock. And that's what's happening right now with them. That's why they're aggressively discounting pieces there. There's a comment from one of your viewers here, MBD Dyson 829. This is something that you've mentioned, Anthony, and I'm going to kind of repoint it. I'm gonna bring this up again. Sideshow does not just only sell hot toys. People tend to forget that. It's like 20%. It's like 22%. Remember King Zach had mentioned this. They have over 1,000 SKUs. Sideshow collectibles. They sell statues. They sell a wide assortment of merchandise. And something within our small little band of collectible rebels here, we all think that Sideshow, all they do is sell hot toys. No, they do sell other things too.
Oh, yeah, and Big Chief, Exo-6, everything.
Exactly. And they clearly took a big hit dump with an overabundance of overstock, hence why this BOGO, which I think should have probably have ended around Spooktacular, it's still going strong. Till what, Christmas Eve at this point is what it's going to feel like. So,
well, I think again, and I spoke with you on this, but I think it's going to go to the end of January. But that's
I think it'll expire December 31st. So. We'll have a gentleman's bet. We'll see. To me, there's no reason why this discount would have to continue past December 31st.
Oh, there's a reason, my friend. It's called the New Year's Happy Celebration event, and then February comes and everybody gets their taxes, and then it's crickets.
Exactly when they get their taxes, and that's why it'll stop at the stroke of midnight, December 31st. Because you know what happens on December 31st? That's when their book closes for the year, and they'll open up a new book for 2023.
It could be, yeah. I mean, again, a gentleman's wager. We'll see what happens, at the end of this year or at the end of January. I'm not sure.
Both good points. Both great points.
Oh, definitely. But welcome back, Joel. Were you having a problem there?
No, it seems all these stuff's shut down.
Oh,
but it's fine. Okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Well,
I was just checking, I don't know if you Sideshow ever showed this video, because I was checking here Hot Toys. They shared the video yesterday or before yesterday. They are showing on the factory painting the vulture. They are painting the vulture wings. I don't know if you ever saw this video.
What?
Okay, so
you can see a worker painting a vulture. The vulture.
Hot Toys?
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's a 20-year anniversary. Is a 20-year anniversary from Hot Toys, and they have a lot of people talking, interviews, and so on. And there's a segment where they show someone painting the vulture wings.
Are you
this
able
will
to
share on
send
Chinese
that to me,
social media. Not.
What's going on here?
I'm downloading the video for you now.
Oh, you are? You're grabbing it now? Okay.
It's 8 minutes video.
See, Denobi's getting a chubby right now. So I mean, we gotta.
What's going on here?
You're like, what? Wait, what was that? Oh! Do I got some material?
Intruder into my
It's the
collection.
first time I'm seeing these two.
Okay, well,
First time I'm seeing this.
everybody in the chat, we got 106 in here, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to everybody here if you have not already. We are on the road to 4K, ladies and gentlemen. Joel's gonna get that video, and then we'll take a look at it. In the meantime, though, you brought up.
He's painting the vulture wings and painting the ends. They are showing off something here.
We're gonna look, man. Babar Khan, what is good, my friend? He said, hello, everybody. Do you think Book of Boba, Vader, and Obi are gonna hit waitlist? I think so. I'm gonna say yes. Because I mean, and we said this earlier, remember? I was like, yo, during the May 4th celebration, I said it, man, when they dropped those 5 figures, remember, on May 4th, because we streamed, I was like, these are not going to last till the end of the year. And sure as shit, just dominoes, man. Dominoes. Carlos, real quick, man, my $2 super chat says Joel is one sexy man.
There you go.
Jesus.
That's your response, huh? All right, well, thank you, man, for the super chat. Yeah, so while you're downloading that, yeah, it's interesting, but like I was trying to tell you earlier, you know, you mentioned, Joel, that Sideshow is probably wanting everybody. I think all of us on the panel can agree with that one, is that they want everybody to commit because they're tired of sitting on all that stock.
Definitely.
Hot Toys doesn't give a shit, though.
Nope.
At the end of the day, like, that's something separate. Even though what they're doing over there in China, you said, is all new this year, all their new direct involvement, more, you know, advertising, whatnot there. But when Hot Toys sells their stuff to Sideshow, the ball's been passed on, so to speak, right? Like, they don't care as far as what Sideshow's doing. But it's interesting that you know, I think Sideshow needs to do that. They need to be like, hey. Because so many people flaked out, like the past, year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah.
I would think so. 16 Shape, real quick, though, man. Say, hey, guys, drop in a like, show my support. I'll catch the replay. Thank you, my dude. I do. I think so. I think a lot of people have, because we've all heard it. Hey, maybe some of us have even said it. You know, oh, I'm going to get that. And then it comes out and crickets.
Can you imagine missing out on a diecast first, the christening of a diecast C3PO? Are you kidding?
It's pain. That's going to be pain
before we see another C3PO.
Yeah.
My problem is, and I told you this yesterday, I was like, C3PO's about to go. And then I pre-ordered him. And I was like, all right, because you know me, man. I've said it. I was like, when shit that I want this year hits like blue screen, I'm like, all right, that's the time.
Yep,
that's the time. You know, I'm not gonna drop $30 6 months from now if I don't need to.
Yep.
Yeah.
But see, I needed to listen to my I needed my new self to tell my old self that, because you know what happened? I fell asleep, and I woke up and R2's gone.
I don't understand why he flew out, because you were still able to order up to 6. Even last night when I was streaming, so that was weird.
Really?
Yeah. Somebody, I guess somebody spooked R2 and he went, wow!
Yeah, he's gone.
Something. He must have shorted or something.
Yeah, because I looked up and got C3PO last night. Got that. And I was like, okay, so when I went after R2D2, like, I think an hour later, because I was driving trying to do the shit. And I stopped and I was like, all right, let me get R2D2. He was gone. I was like, waitlist? I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So
those 3 right there, that's just those 3 droids. That's the very first time in Star Wars history we get to witness a droid factory. That was kind of like history in the making there. That was right. What was the quote? You know, droids making droids. How perverse, wasn't that what C3PO said? We had never, ever, I had always imagined as a kid where the droids in the Star Wars universe were made, and we got to see an actual droid factory. So that was pretty damn cool. And that R2, I mean, he's with his rockets. We only ever see him flying in the droid factory. C3PO loses his head. The battle droid, it plays a significant part. He's army building. So that whole situation there, that's one. I mean, you can display that like on a conveyor belt with, machinery welding things together and stuff. So, and something I had pointed out too in my stream, like the value of this first phase overnight increased simply because of those two ingredients of Anakin and Padme dropping.
That's right.
The value rose overnight just because
That's
of
right.
those pre-orders. So it made
Well, that's huge. Yeah, I mean that's huge.
Yeah.
That is absolutely huge. I mean, it's as if, I don't know, it's as if we'd never had a Luke Skywalker, and it would have been the same thing. And they put on an R2D2 the first time.
This takes me back to like this is like the OG. This is like the New Hope line, in a way. Like this line is that class. This is a classic line, and I know a lot of people, a lot of people out there don't like the prequels, don't like that particular movie, that movie in particular. But this is a classic line, and Denobi's right. Those two figures, Padme and Anakin, just validated them even more. I think people are already excited to get a diecast C-3PO and R2D2. Having the rest of them come, and then we're talking about Mace and the bigger battle droid. This is going to be
because now it seems more feasible, right? That you can complete this in a sense, complete this not necessarily the line, but you have more of an ensemble now,
yes,
rather than just
movie.
right. So there's quite a lot there. And before we continue, though, I wanted to bring this up because OG Fan brings up another good point too, because we have seen this before. Is that this may be Sideshow's weekend stock glitch, right? They've done that before, where it comes back on Monday.
Could be.
And it could be. Yeah.
For this instance, right?
Yeah.
Some things do, but
it could show up Monday morning for a few hours and then go back to waitlist while they're doing their audits. We've seen this before. So it would be normal because they do work they work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and it could be an automated system over the weekend. So, and then they'll come in on Monday and do their audits and close it out or maybe extend it. So that would be expected.
I would think so. Barrett here says, I pre-ordered R2 day one. I wasn't messing around with my favorite droid. It's true. I didn't do that. You know why I didn't do that? Because I have an R2. So in my head, I was like, it's not that I don't want this one, but I didn't feel like I needed to yet. And, yesterday in hindsight, I probably should have, just since I grabbed 3PO. I was like, I should have just grabbed R2 because, I didn't think, because at the time he wasn't. It doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to hit blue screen. So I was like, he's fine. But as Denobi pointed out, I was like, you could still add 6 of them. So I was like, he ain't going anywhere.
I don't have any of the I don't have the clone pilot or the clone trooper on pre-order. I'm gonna have to dance that little game when they drop. So because Alter Ego, they were sold out as far as the clone pilot and the clone trooper. So I'm gonna go. I have Torpedo Comics, which is one of the licensed authorized distributors for Sideshow collectibles. They do get Hot Toys in. They just don't do pre-orders. They get an X amount of stock. There's actually quite a few comic book shops throughout the country that are authorized distributors for Sideshow that will just get, an automated 3 of each character or 2 of each character. It's just automated. They never do any pre-orders. They just have it. So I'm going to probably do that dance with Torpedo Comics here in Las Vegas as far as the clone pilot and the clone trooper.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to bring this up real quick with Miles. He said Clonar Spock was also blue screen, but you could add 6. Glitch? Yeah, that's definitely a glitch because we limited those to 1 per customer. So that is very strange. That I can just tell you, I just know it's a fact. So I mean, that's not speculation. So that was definitely a glitch. So one could postulate there that maybe this R2, this 3PO could be glitchy in that sense where they just show 6, even though the next thing we knew he was waitlisted. I don't know. I really don't know. Ninja Squirrel in the house. Aloha Mafia panel chat. What is good? Thank you for coming through. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Joel, you said you had that video. Is that available yet, or are we still working on that one?
Give me a moment because
take
I'm
your
trying
time.
to download this. They lock this inside their own application, so I'm trying to
So yeah, you're.
take it out from
I
there.
got you, brother.
Did
Doc Smith said I
anybody
can
in the?
also
Oh,
buy
sorry,
12.
sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I just wanted to know. Did anybody in the panel? Does anybody else care about the clone pilot or the clone trooper? I know that was more on the bottom of the totem. Did you, Bretta? Did you?
I didn't get any.
I didn't get it.
Sorry, can you repeat the question? I didn't listen.
If you had pre-ordered the clone pilot or the clone trooper, I know those were at the
No.
bottom of the list. Okay.
I did not.
I didn't get them.
The only one I'm concerned would be the clone pilot. If by some weird reason we get a diorama of a gunship setup, you would want the clone pilot. That
Makes
because
sense.
because Anakin does talk to that specific clone pilot when he's telling him to fire above the cannons when they're going into the actual first engagement to the Clone War. So that's my only concern there.
Right.
That's probably why I'm like, I better get that clone pilot. If something ever happens where, because I don't foresee the gunship being made in 1/6 scale, but I can kind of see part of it being made, kind of like a diorama.
Right, just like maybe like the passenger area, right, or
yeah,
something,
like
just
cargo,
to kind
like
of
cockpit. Yeah, something similar to that. Yeah,
something, right? I see what you mean, right? It's like the Falcon, even though that's a pretty large. Well, I guess they both be large, but in that respect, right? A cockpit or some type of, obviously not the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Clearly, because 6 scale large ships is
well, the gunship
too
would be
big.
huge. Well, it's the wingspan that would kill people.
Oh yeah,
it was like 6 feet or something like it would be ridiculously large. So
yeah, it's gonna be pretty big. I think the general, from what I've been seeing in the community everywhere, it looks like the clone pilot was the number 5 on everybody's list.
okay,
If that makes sense. I think he was probably purchased the least out of the 5 of the first wave. That's not to say no one bought him. Clearly, there's people who pre-ordered him. But
well, the clone pilot too. You know that you can create 2 versions of him. He comes with 2 different helmets.
right.
So to me, that was what the value was. I'm like, oh, I gotta. So I'm just really paranoid. I'm like, I didn't pre-order them, but I gotta make sure I chase them down when they drop.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts, man. And again, like when this happened, we were like, dude, this is not gonna last. I mean, I mentioned Luke too. Bespin Luke 2.0. He's gonna hit blue screen, man. Like it's just a matter of time in the next
happen.
month or 2, I'm guessing.
So I don't want to. Okay, so Single Songwriter just mentioned something, and this is where you want to be careful. You're thinking 2021 mentality. There's Single Songwriter goes, think of how many collectors would cancel Attack of the Clones. You can't think like this anymore, folks. Things are rapidly changing. Those folks who had that habit, who pre-ordered a lot, either A, have learned their lesson, their hands have been slapped, or B, are not in the game anymore. Try not to think like that. This is the game is constantly evolving and it's constantly changing. There's a reason why these pre-orders all went into waitlist, because we all learned our lesson and we know that if we're putting our $30 down, this stuff is it's starting to arrive on time, Anthony. You know that. So you're not gonna I'm not throwing away my 30 freaking bucks. I'm sorry. If I pre-order this is coming home one way or the other. I need to figure it out. I'm not throwing my $30 away, especially with the price increases and things going up. I'm not. So I think moving forward too, I think the percentage would probably be a bit higher as far as commitment prior last year's commitment, where everybody just went crazy. It was just a different time. And I think going into 2023, it's going to be a smaller batch. I think folks are going to think twice about canceling and giving up their non-refundable deposit. I know I am.
But then also with that too, I mean, people get waitlist crazy. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of people right now, on the waitlist for R2. And for all those people that cancel, I mean, it just gets rolled over to somebody that's on a wait list. And let's say it's a bunch of people on that wait list. That's the game I don't want to play because you may never get it. If you're one of hundreds or thousands that is on that wait list, that's just a numbers game I don't want to play, So
well, with
If you can't take a little bloody nose, maybe you ought to go back home and crawl under your bed. It's not safe out here. It's wondrous, with treasures to satiate desires both subtle and gross. But it's not for the timid.
Fucking poet. Fucking poet.
And that's how it is, my man. From Q himself. That's the world we're living in, man. And yeah, we're gonna have to make some serious changes coming up, man. Before we get into, Joel has a video for us that we're gonna look at, but Master Bro, my dude, becoming mafioso, man. Top tier membership to the channel, dude. My man, I appreciate that so much, dude. So much, man. That is awesome. Definitely appreciate it. You guys, before we get into this, actually, before I bring that, I should bring that up. Speaking of channel members, anybody, the month of December. So what do we have left? What is today? The 17th?
Yep.
What do we got? Like 2 weeks?
Yeah, 17.
Yeah. This month, man, if you become a channel member, anybody who becomes a member in the month of December on New Year's, the New Year's stream, which is also Saturday, giving away $100 Sideshow gift card, randomly chosen on the stream New Year's Eve to anybody who's a channel member coming in December. So come check that out, guys. Seriously.
Before you share my screen, Anthony, because my connection is a bit sloppy, I sent you the video by Messenger on Facebook.
Oh, you
Check
did?
if you receive. If you receive, you just play directly from your computer. The original quality is not the best. Also, you will need to use like a smaller window. Don't use it on full screen.
All right. Well, let's take a look and see if I can find it. I haven't received it yet. I don't know if it's still sending.
Where did it come from, brother? Like the dark web? I've never.
Yeah,
No,
on their
this
social
video-
media.
This video is in All Toys official account in China. It was a video they did for the 20th anniversary or something like that.
Okay.
And it's an 8 minutes video because you got interviews with Disney people. You see Stan Lee also signing one figure, the figure that was made of him. I don't know if you ever watched this video.
Stan Lee, when was this video made? 2019? What? Is this the current?
I mean, this is a recap of the 20 years, right? It's a recap they did.
Okay. Well, it hasn't quite sent to me yet.
Okay, so just try my sharing.
So we could
window,
just try it and see.
If it doesn't work, if it doesn't
All
work,
right.
we change.
Okay, so there's a specific quality's okay. I think people can see what this is.
Yeah.
Howard Chan.
The sound is passing through.
Oh, I don't know. I have the music playing.
Okay.
Do we need audio?
I think so.
Well, here, let me stop the music. I don't think your audio is playing though for us.
No.
You sure this is a new video? A lot of these figures are. Damn, I'm looking Black Girl. What Ant-Man? This is.
This is over 20 years though. Is he saying right? Like it was like a.
It's like a retrospect.
Like a montage. Okay.
Yeah. Hey man, and CT603, my dude, also upgrading to mafioso, dude. Top tier, my man. Thank you, brother. That's badass, man. You guys know I appreciate that, man. That helps fund the channel, helps fund the giveaways, and all that good member content, man, that I try to bring. Thank you. I think I've seen clips of this. Yeah, like some of this stuff. But somewhere you say there's a vulture.
So the sound is not passing through, right?
No audio, buddy.
Okay.
When you shared it, you may have to click a checkbox that says share audio, maybe.
He says,
I cannot see anything.
"Hot toys will drink your milkshake."
They will.
Okay. Let me check.
Yeah. That's interesting. So I've seen some of this before.
I feel like I've seen most of this too.
Yeah, I've seen this. But I wonder if some of it's new. Because I have seen this. Pieces of it anyway.
Do you want me to push front?
if you'd like to.
For me, it's
Oh,
fine.
this I've definitely seen because I've ripped some of this. This was on YouTube.
Yeah, saying some
Like
of it.
that those panels there.
Yeah.
But this could be. It's still pretty cool for people who haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of showing like a little bit of the inside of the company. Yeah, bro. I've seen this. So I think this one is a
Okay,
bit
so
older one.
Let
May have
me push.
posted
Let
it.
me push. This you also saw with Stan Lee.
Yes, that I remember.
Okay, so let me push from. This is Disney Vice. You see this? You see this? Wait.
Oh yeah,
wait.
yeah. Painting up the vulture now, but then this could be from like 2017.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the first time I'm seeing this.
Okay,
Yeah. That's
because this was at SDCC right there.
Yeah, that's a prototype vulture probably from 2018.
Hey, but never say never. Never say never. I still think that vulture's coming. But yeah, no, I think we've seen this. I think they have this on YouTube here because a lot of this is the older.
Yeah, if there's anything new, if not, we just close the video. This the sculpt.
Yep. Yeah, this is the video I've seen before. So this is an older video. But that's okay.
So you saw.
Yeah, I've seen this.
So
this is on YouTube.
Okay, so that vulture video is nothing new. I suppose was something new I didn't know.
No, that
Yeah.
vulture setup looks like the prototype. I was that looks very familiar because I was there, Gandalf. I was there.
You were.
I saw it.
No, but thanks for sharing. No, I think
Okay.
yeah, I think we've seen that one. I think that was during the whole Infinity War was coming out time.
Yeah.
Right, 2016, 2017.
My laugh is good. Yeah.
When life was good. Well, I think they're trying to get back to that other than the inflation, right? Vulture is coming with the N1.
Has anybody noticed that the N1, every time you do a Hot Toy Star Wars search, the N1 keeps creeping up to the top? Am I the only one that keeps seeing that?
No, because I think it's going to be happening.
It's gonna happen.
I predicted February. I said either February or like March by before the season 3 opener for Mandalorian.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, when that first episode drops, us collectors we're gonna take our pants pulled down to our ankles and turn around and say yes, please.
Oh yeah.
Grabbing our
Oh
ankles.
yeah.
Yes, please. We'll take one fighter.
Michael Robinson got a Tuvok today, man. Congrats. That is awesome, my friend. Hope you are enjoying it. Be sure to scan the QR codes, guys, on the back of our boxes. It'll take you right to our instructional videos. FYI. Not many people are aware of that, so I always want to bring that up. Let's see here. I know somebody just said something. Where did it go? I wanted to bring it up. Far from Death Star. But are you guys buying a Vulture Deluxe for $415? What say you? Assuming it's that much.
Who's selling
I think $415 would be very well priced. To be very honest with what you are seeing right now, I think $415 will be well priced for the Vulture. I would be surprised if it was that low.
Yeah. So you guys think the same, Jay, Denobi? Like, if they dropped the Vulture like that, Deluxe, all that.
That's a good
415?
price. I see them doing a little more. I would say more. I think they may even go almost 500 for it. Honestly.
How much is the Hydra Stomper by itself right now? It's like 480. Isn't it?
Yeah, like 460, 480, something like that.
Yeah.
I think it'll come close to 500. It'll probably be between 450 and 500.
Yeah.
For it, going off of the Hydra Stomper's size and posability. I don't know. I mean, it's coming home. Vulture's coming home. Yeah. I'm in no hurry. I'm not like most of the other collectors that need to have a third-party knockoff in their collection that does nothing for me. I can wait. The building the Spider-Verse right now is extremely overwhelming, so I'm in no hurry to put Vulture into the collection right now. When he comes, he comes. Same thing too with like the N1 fighter and a few other Star Wars pieces. So,
Well, I want to bring this up really quick, guys. Again, 130 in the chat, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe to everybody here if you haven't already. Denobi, Brother Cousins, Big Bretta, myself, if you are new to the channel, if this is your first time here. I want to bring this up, though. I just had it. Where did it go? Where did it go? Here it is. Let me share this really quick with you guys. Because I saw a lot of people's excitement in the chat, myself included in the past. We've brought this up a lot. That 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi, right? Oh, stuff's going to happen, right? But then, now bear with me on this one. So Hot Toys dropped these Star Wars Cosbys.
Cos babies. Yeah, Cos babies.
Yeah, and what's interesting is the little blurb text that they write about this. It says it's in celebration of the 45th anniversary.
Okay.
So,
New Hope.
right. So we could argue that, when we said it before, hey, when the 50th comes, we're going to get some reissues or 2.0s. But I just thought it was interesting that they wrote this as a 45th anniversary piece. I don't necessarily think that means that we're going to get, a New Hope stuff at this present time. But the fact that they mentioned 45th anniversary makes me think that, like, they could do that with anything. Right. They don't have to just say, oh, it's a 20th anniversary or a 40th, it could be 25, 35,
Yeah.
So, but when I saw these, I was talking with Mandalorian Huntress about these, and you know how Cos babies are. They're kind of weird. Like, I don't know the exact numbers. Like, let's say there's a conversion rate of Cos babies introduced that end up becoming 6-scale Hot Toys. It's got to be pretty low. So I don't really feel scared by that or worried, but
This is all landfill. This is all I see. This is what my eyes see when I look at this photo. Just landfill. I can't.
for us,
For me, I can't. My brain can't process as danger, Denobi, landfill, trash, avoid. I can't.
But Anthony, I've been hearing you are kind of worried, right? That Hot Toys will do 2.0 of the New Hope original trilogy. You are kind of worried about that, right?
I don't really know what I'm feeling, but continue.
No, because I think there's a high chance that will happen. Star
I think
Wars
so.
now is in a very high momentum. Any post you do about Hot Toys on YouTube or even YouTube videos, everything about Star Wars has a lot of views. Everyone check about Hot Toys Star Wars, right? That's the best time now for them to do these reissues. The original line reissues is the best time now.
I think so.
It makes a lot of sense that they are going to revisit some of those figures.
He brings up a good point, man. OG fan, why would Boba Fett be in here? I don't know. Yeah, he was there. But when you read the description, which is, damn, I think I just lost it.
I would
Let me
like
see where
some
it
Cos
is.
babies to convert into 1/6 scale because they showed Harry Potter. I would like to have something from Hot Toys Harry Potter related.
No.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
No.
Oh, they just said it marks the 45th anniversary of the galaxy far, far away. So, from 1977. I mean, that's just
that leaves
Star
the,
Wars in general.
Absolutely leaves the door open for them to do, 1/6 scale figures and to give us some 2.0s. And let's face it, the 2.0s are inevitable. They're inevitable.
I welcome it. I think it'll be cool.
Some of them need to be. Some of them do need to be. With that being said, for collectors that had to backtrack, like I know I had to backtrack a lot this year. It's like, and Anthony, we said it when we saw Palpatine on the throne and Ian McDermott.
That's what I'm saying. We both were like, God damn, what is this? Well, so that's the thing. That was my initial reaction. That was just a knee jerk. I was scrolling Facebook and I seen him.
Realistically, which of the New Hope you think could benefit from a 2.0? Not a reissue, but a 2.0.
No, everything has to be 2.0'd. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to get the A team, right? We'll get Luke,
Farm Boy
Han,
Luke,
Farm Boy Luke, another Han Solo, a another Princess Leia,
Yeah.
and maybe a proper Chewbacca.
So Farm Boy Luke with like a moisture evaporator props and like a little moisture droid and all that shit.
Something,
and,
yeah. Rolling
yeah.
eyes, USB lightsaber.
Yeah.
That's where
Oh,
I'm
that's
thinking
right.
we're.
The rolling eye thing is hot right now. That's trending. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it seems to be on every figure so far.
Yeah. That's what we need.
And they're
That's
not
laser
DXs.
beam rolling eyeballs. That's hot right now.
Yeah, well, it's interesting as hell, man. So, but here's the thing, and I've spoke about this forever. They're not going to. I don't want to. I'm just using reissue for the term, but we'll blanket that as like a 2.0, right? I'm just saying.
But those
Just
bodies, those bodies were
you know,
cheap too at the time. weren't
Yeah,
they?
well, and that's the thing. I don't think they're gonna redo the line, right? There's, what is there, like 40 something? I can't count these. I think there's like 40-ish original trilogy figures, and there's no they're not gonna do all of them, right? So some things are gonna be fine. You're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna get another Death Star gunner. I don't, things like that. I don't think we're gonna get another Sand Trooper. Even though it's a trooper, they could totally do it, which is, kind of opposite thinking. You'd be like, well, why would they do these? They could do them. They have the molds. But I think it makes more sense to do the main figures, the main characters, So I don't think the line's not in jeopardy. If anything, I guess I could welcome it because, if I have a Falcon cockpit, either from Jazz Inc. or if Hot Toys ever drops one, then I could take the old guys, the originals, put them in the cockpit or something, and then have the 2.0s on display.
That's my plan.
With the other figures, right?
Maybe that's my plan right there.
I try to think about it that way because I'm saying, like, even if they do these 2.0s, it's not going to be everything, and it's going to take years, even if that was the case.
Do you think they'll have time though? Because we're entering two major IPs right now that are Avatar. They've already hinted that they're going to be doing Avatar. They've teased that we're going to get Hot Toys Avatar again. And this movie, has anybody seen it, by the way? Holy shit.
Not.
I've seen it. I saw it. What's today? Today's Saturday? I saw it
Thursday, right? Thursday night.
I saw it Thursday night. Blew me away. Holy shit. It was awesome. It was just like, whoa. Saying. Yeah. So I would love to buy a few of the characters from the film, Hot Toy style. Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but going back to Pandora and that whole underwater, it was cool. It was awesome. I enjoyed the film very, very much. So we have that Avatar, and then we have the other side IP, little side chick, so Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. They're most likely going to be tackling that because Hasbro is going hard on that. Hasbro is doing the classic action figure line, and they're going to be doing the new Movie in Black series. So Hasbro is going to be milking that. I would expect Hot Toys to do so too. Then we got the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. Then we have what other Marvel Disney Plus schlock that they're going to sling at us, hoping to stick. So it's going to be a busy year.
Well,
not on top of the pre-order drops too. So
I agree with that. I do. I agree with everything you just said. But I also think if they could squeeze in time to do the 20th anniversary Attack of the Clones, then they can squeeze in time to do some New Hope or original trilogy stuff, right? Because that's, again, kind of what you mentioned, 40th Jedi. That's part of OT. That's next year. So will they hit, will they hit a New Hope right now? Probably not anytime soon. But it's not off the chopping block, right? It's there. I mean,
there's a lot of collectors because we got to think of it like everybody here is a seasoned veteran collector. And there's a lot of new collectors, now new kids that are discovering these movies and that are fans of the OT that want a proper Farm Boy Luke and don't want to pay $400 or $500 for it. So that market is out there. So it's not it's not the main priority, but they know the money is on the table. And I know Hot Toys is bad for leaving money on the table. They have done it several times. But it's out. But to bring home Anthony's point, I do think eventually they'll get to it. And this, like, if 45 and 45th anniversary, they could just, it's speculating at this point, but it would not surprise me that they just throw a damn curveball because they do it every damn time. Where we think they're going one direction, they totally go a left, and it's just like, one day we wake up and we see some New Hope figures and we're like, what the hell? Like, where did this come from? So it could happen.
No, it could. I want to, before I segue into this, because we should bring it up, but Miles Dyson Brooks at one point, Star Wars would benefit from its own exclusive 6-scale company like X06. I want to bring that up for a moment because exactly that. Like when we put out Motion Picture Kirk and Colin or Spock, it was an instant release, very, very limited, boom, done, gone, right? If Hot Toys did some similar stuff like that, I think the problem is...
But they do it. They do it once a year. It's called Toy
Somewhat, right? Somewhat. But I think they're too big for that, right? To be doing it often, right? Now, we did see that, you know, the new Wenwu is limited to 350, right? That's a China exclusive. Whether or not Hot Toys will have some, I'm sure, but I don't know how much. So they do here and there, but not as often as I think they probably should. I just don't think they care because they have so much going on that it's all just about churning out that money anyway. So they're like, we don't even mess with that, right? I just don't think it's not it's not in their purview, in my opinion. Dante, though, in the house.
Tell me a Toy Fair exclusive that you cannot find now, that is sold out. One Toy Fair exclusive.
Nightmare Batman.
Okay, but you can find it, cannot find it new, but you can still find it easily, at least a year. The Two-Face that they released from the Batman, that one, it's $140 or $150 now.
Two-Face, he's not very, he's a cheap figure here too.
And the other one, that's Spider-Man. What's the name? That's Spider-Man.
The Churro one, the Avenger Campus.
No. The older one, the one
Cyborg?
that came with it, a Cyborg one. The Cyborg one is also is discounted a lot. They need to think better about this, because when I was talking with the distributor here, and they said it's impossible. They are going to do only 350 pieces. They need to make much more of that.
Because he's much more popular.
He's so popular here.
Not to cut you off though, but like with Toy Fair, it was just so because we have a short attention span, and we look at the last couple of years for Toy Fair, and like, well, Toy Fair doesn't mean shit. No, Toy Fair used to be royalty, and I'm going to give you a few examples. Ghost Rider. What year was the Ghost Rider Toy Fair? That thing is
2014, I
think. That's a mint.
He's worth a lot.
Iron Man 3 Shades. That was a Toy Fair exclusive. The armored Batman for Batman v Superman is worth a mint. 2015's Luke in Stormtrooper is worth a mint. The problem is that we have a little short attention span, because all we look at is the armor from the Mandalorian that is a peg warmer. You gotta look further into the past. Toy fairs used to mean something, and they will, I would assume, moving forward into the future.
I would hope.
Something,
I want to shout out to Dante though, real quick, man, before we move on, man. Because what is up, Dante? My dude, man, Hot Collectibles. Go subscribe to Dante. You guys already did, but go subscribe to Dante.
Did you know that the Hot Toys website crashed when they put up that when pre-orders up?
That's what happened here with the stealth suit cap. Sideshow.
And then they did a announcement saying that they will return after a few hours because the website crashed. It was only online reservations. The website crashed.
It was a Ghost Rider from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was a Toy Fair exclusive for the year 2017. Somebody was asking.
17. I thought it was 14.
Yeah. And
Max saying Wenwu is coming to Sideshow, 300 only email reservation. That might have been like the cap that we got. I didn't get an email, so I don't know.
I did.
Well, probably when Wenwu will be here, and Sideshow's website's going to crash again, and no one's going to be able to get them.
There's so many people that want that Wenwu.
No, I don't think so. But I think with 300, I think what people want, Joel, is the exclusivity.
Editions, exclusive.
They don't give a fuck about Wenwu. But they care that it's 300 pieces.
Limited. Yep.
Not, I'm saying there's people that do want him, sure, but the same thing with Arena Fett. You know, it was just like, oh, what's this? Oh shit, it's limited. I need to get it. I don't even know what it's from. It was a lot of people, right? You know, so it didn't matter, right?
That Arena Fett was bouncing on BST groups in the last month.
Because those were the people that bought it because they thought it was something exclusive, and then they're like, "Why did I get this?"
Exactly.
And then they try to sell it, and then it's dipping back down, and
Exactly.
that's gonna happen with Wenwu as well, at least here in the States.
Yeah.
People are gonna chase and grab them real quick because of its exclusivity, and then they're gonna be like, "This is a pretty plain Jane figure. Why did I buy it?" And then they're gonna sell it, and he'll peak for a while. He'll peak till February or whatever if he comes out now, and then it'll dip, just like Arena Fett, just like Churro, Avengers Campus Spider-Man. That shit was selling for $700, and now it's down to like $300. It happens because some people buy into that just for the exclusivity, and I get like wanting to have stuff that's kind of special, but don't be buying shit just to buy it. If you don't like it, don't get it. I don't give a shit if it's exclusive if I have no
connection to it.
Exactly. So that's where I sit anyway. That's how I look at it. Christian says usually newcomers not knowing the hobby. Yeah, there's a lot of that, and there's a lot of misdirection going on too.
Yeah.
Smoke and mirrors. Oh, you gotta have it. You gotta get it. Nah, you don't have to get shit. Only get what you really, really want. Right? No, I'm serious, right? Well, just don't buy shit that you don't want. Like, there's no point in that. You're doing yourself a disservice, So that's kind of how I look at it. But yeah, no, I mean, I think that's gonna happen though. Like what we're talking about. Like they're gonna come out, they're gonna get hyped, it's gonna die down, and then we'll go from there.
Since you are talking about newcomers, and because you have a lot of people watching the live stream, do not follow, because I see some posts yesterday on Facebook. Some guy was sharing the Batman Begins, that you can rub the suit with alcohol and it will become like matte. Don't do that. Don't ruin your suit with alcohol because you will ruin that Batman forever. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. No.
That's a bad advice.
Well, I know Lael picked him up and a couple other people, and I remember he was saying it was fine. That it wasn't shiny.
MRC said that he received his was a bit shining, but after some days he start to lose that.
It just
I don't know if it's a protectant they use in the suit that will disappear with time, something like that. But don't rub alcohol on that. Don't do it. You will damage that rubber.
I agree. Jason, man, yeah, he says Exo 6 motion picture. Kirk and Spock are like that. Not everybody, but I understand his point that everybody crapped on motion picture as a movie. Those two figures come out, suddenly everybody wants one and is a fan of the film. Motion picture is a hit or miss.
It's all limited.
Oh yeah, those two are gone. They're right here. You can't have them. They're gone. Yeah, no
reissues. Never.
Oh. Ah, man, there's no time for that. No time.
Now you need to ask Exo 6 to show us a video destroying the molds.
So we are. So these two are gone. Like, that's a wrap. Okay. But that's a rarity. That's a rarity. That helps. So, but Jason's right. A lot of people did not like the motion picture. Of course, that was 1978.
Yeah.
I think. So not many people even
79?
nowadays know.
79?
78, 79, something like that. I forget. But you're right. That exclusivity just pops.
Yeah.
People want it. And fortunately, those are great though. They're holding very well. Dante says Hot Toys value is not the greatest right now, and with more 2.0s coming, you really don't need to worry about missing out. Look at 3PO waitlist and came back to life. Well, he did, but now he's gone again.
Now he's gone again. Yeah.
So that was a weird one, right? But that doesn't mean don't listen to Dante. Use bleach, it'll work. That's what's weird though, right? Because that's not the norm of this year, right? What we're seeing is that things are gone. Fucking Peacemaker has not shown back up, dude. The KS Enforcer has not shown back up. Gargamel has not shown back up. Like none of these, they're gone. So the 3PO is a little weird that it just did that and then it was gone again. And then it came back and then it was gone. And now I think it's gone. So I don't, like I said, guys, moving forward, dude, 2 years ago, maybe even last year, we're all to blame. Yeah,
there's a lot of finger pointing at everybody.
All right. I remember Denobi saying it. I said it. I know Jay said it.
I said it.
Bretta, I don't think you did. Just, I'm gonna exempt you because you're in China. But a lot of us were like, well, we don't pre-order shit unless it's an exclusive or a vehicle, and don't pre-order and this and this and that. And then now this year, and I'm only calling us on the panel. There's everybody else out there too. They know we've all done it.
Oh yeah.
So now I feel like shit, dude.
I've been
The
winning
tune
this
has
year.
changed.
I've been scoring deal. I stopped pre-ordering last year and all the stuff with the BOGOs. And for example, I got Moff Gideon finally 2 weeks ago under BOGO. So I've been doing good. I've been winning. I probably saved over three grand this year. Yeah.
Damn
I've been
good.
doing very well.
Damn good.
I have been suffering backstage.
I bought
because
my
there
Blurg.
were-
Yeah, the Blurg. I bought it for $399, no tax, free ship. Swoop bike for $200, no tax, free ship. I've been winning, guys. My no pre-order for 2020. Anything from 2021 is going to be a peg warmer. And me and Anthony have been saying it. Is it past May moving forward? Anything after April or May moving forward? Take it very seriously. If you've been scoring in the past, the rules, it is a different game altogether. And if you don't pre-order, you can deal with the wait list, or like I am, I'm going to hit a couple comic book shops because I do want the Clone Pilot and the Clone Trooper. So.
Well, and listen, and it's funny. I know CT's my dude, man. But thanks God I don't listen to any of you. I always pre-order at least one. And he's right, because you do what you guys do. But I will tell you, I cannot speak for everybody else on the world of YouTube. But I never, ever, ever, ever try to steer anybody wrong in any weird way. There's no, backdoor intentions. You guys never hear me refer you to anybody. I don't try to sell shit to anybody, man, ever. I always try to go in with the best intentions for everybody, as if you're me, like buying. Look what I buy. I'm a collector just like everybody else. So I've never, I've always tried to stay on that true path, right? And knowing like when shit's wrong and things change, and knowing that you can admit, like, you know what, maybe I gave out some bad advice last year, but at the time it was sound advice, right? Because
that's the thing. We shouldn't beat ourselves up too much on it, because at the time, times changed. At the time, times were different.
You're absolutely right. At the time, it seemed like that's what you do, because what was the point? Because you can buy shit dirt cheap and buy, sell trade groups. Hong Kong resellers are slashing prices way lower than Sideshow ever did. It just became this, what's the point? And even then, it took 3, 4, 5, 6 months for Sideshow to even get the goddamn figures. Yeah. So at the time, I was like, why am I pre-ordering? There's no point. I could pick it up cheaper, various outlets. But now things are a little different.
What I've been noticing in the recently, I would say 2 to 3 weeks, slowly you are starting to see Infinity War figures and Endgame figures regaining the value. They are slowly going up again because the stock is finishing. No one has stock. Yeah. And those figures, because I know that many people are selling Marvel left and right in the last year. Everyone was selling those figures, even at a loss. But I can tell you, 4 or 5 years in the line, those Endgame figures, the value will be there again. And you will pay the retail price or more for those, most probably.
I agree.
Right now, it's at that low peak, right?
Yeah.
Like Mario, he's picking Mario up all that Endgame
Mario
stuff.
He's picking up everything from Endgame.
He's winning.
Because it's cheap as fuck.
He's winning.
But you're right. In a year or two, it's gonna, it's gonna start, plateauing back up to where I feel like they should be. I think that's where Sideshow's trying to go. I can't speak for Hot Toys. Honestly, I think Hot Toys is just a fucking machine, bro. Yeah.
But
they're just pumping stuff out.
I just give one advice: don't sell your stuff, and especially sell for a loss. Don't sell stuff.
Yeah, especially don't sell for a loss.
That's bad.
Well, and that's what I was saying last night on Dante's with you. Like, I don't look at it. I understand your perspective where you're like, well, if I've had the figure for years and I take a hit.
I was calling a renting.
It's like renting.
89 Batman, right? I will never, probably if it comes at 2.0, the first one, the original one will devalue on price. It's normal.
My only issue with that though is that I don't want to ever feel like any figures I buy at, you know, this price point, every figure I sell is at this price point. Regardless of how many years I had it, whether I've had it for 6 months or 6 years, I never want to sell it. Right, that's what, but a lot of people do though. And that was my point. Is like I never want to sell it for anything less, because otherwise you're just throwing away money. At least that's how I feel. Right, and I don't want to do that.
You are and you not, because some of these figures, especially a lot of the old ones. I mean, you look at a lot of like shit. You look at the shootout version of Terminator, from the Terminator, like. A lot of those jackets are falling apart. The materials just weren't good materials, to be honest. Mm-hmm. And so if you buy that, you know, I mean, with that figure, I think I'm seeing that figure now like 350, 400. You're probably gonna, you know, make a little money off, especially if you bought it, you know, at retail. But some of them, like a Batman, like a 89.
Well, you just said it. If you bought it at retail, you're gonna there will be a profit.
There will be a profit, but in a lot of but if they bring a 2.0 out and you try to sell it,
I don't know. Some people may still want it, but I get your point though.
Yeah,
but that's that's a whole gamble.
I didn't lose any money on the originals when I started switching over to 2.0s for Iron Man, 2.0 Mark 5, 2.0 Mark 6, 2.07. I ended up selling the plastic versions just a little bit above. So.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because it was
some
the same
people
way
still want
with the 7, with the Mark 7, the plastic Mark 7. Yeah, but I think I sold mine right before the diecast dropped. I think it was like maybe 6 months before I dropped, and I think I sold that one for about $450 or something like that.
And then I sold my Mark 1 before the announcement of the diecast Mark 1 3. It would be the 3.0 because the one I sold was a 2.0. Second time that Mark 1 had already been issued.
I think Iron Mans themselves though are just their own anomaly, right? They hold value for the most part. Before I continue though, man, Nate, what's up, dude? Geeking out.
Hey.
Says, hey, you know what? Go get some geeking out stickers, man. Show some love for Nate over there. Says hello there, everyone. Collectors were asking for exclusives, limited pieces, and when pre-order starts selling out, everyone's losing their minds. It's true. Like we asked, like a lot of us did, right? Enjoy the figure, pre-order it. Enough said, and move along. It's very true, Nate. Yeah. It is, man. But sometimes it's rough, man, when you like everything, and it's just like, here you go, announcement after announcement after announcement, so on, so forth. It can get a little crazy, man. It can get a little crazy. So I'm not saying that, you know, we're in it to sell, right? I think we're all just kind of like, you don't want to lose money, right? The whole reason I'm still in Mandalorian line, for example, is I kind of like Mando. I kind of like it, right? It's not deeply rooted into memories of the, you know, early days like OT or something, or perhaps even prequels for people who grew up with that generation, right? You have more of a connection. But for me, I was like, well, they're still cool. But honestly, if they sold for at the very minimum retail, I probably would sell them all. But there's no way in hell you're going to get any Mandos for sale at retail. Just anything from 2020 and upward has just been so bad that it's like, you're going to take a hit.
Every Mandalorian figure I pre-order, I kind of lost money because what I paid the retail price, and I could get it afterwards for a much cheaper price. Let's say Moff Gideon, let's say Bo-Katan, let's say the 2-pack Boba. That was a huge mistake I did. The 2-pack Boba, now it's a very, very cheap price. I would say
everybody on the planet said that shit was going to be a grail.
Kenobi, go ahead. Kenobi,
I remember a live stream a year ago or something on Dentist channel. I
love pointing fingers, brothers, cousin. I love it. Like I told you.
I remember the Nobby was saying that
I've been winning.
It will sit on Sideshow for months. I remember him saying this. maybe a year ago or something like that. I remember that. I
Yeah.
remember Ares was there. Ares was discussing with Anobi. They were not agreeing about.
Yeah, he was. Ares at the time was a wizard casting spells of grails
I
and
remember.
delusions and all that. I'm like, I don't know if that spell's gonna hold Ares.
I will
I
say,
That two-pack Boba was, jeez.
I will say in my
You can't
defense,
get rid of that shit. It's a doorstop now. They're
Yeah.
like-
I think it's still very good.
But it's a
You
good
guys know,
two-pack.
I remember Genobi,
right?
man, Genobi was scrubbing, man. He was trying to find dirt on my ass, and I was like, nope. No, I said it's an amazing 2-pack. And it's a top tier sculpt.
It's still an amazing too.
I'm stuck on my script because I'm supposed to go out to Death Valley and bury the fucker, and I even have him propped out and everything over here. Hold on.
Yeah, you're slacking, bro. So while he goes and gets his Boba Fett, man, yes, Jason, 135, man, hit that like button, guys.
My script, I just haven't looked. He has like the condiment dispenser already on there.
So he's got ketchup and mustard and what is that, mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise, yeah.
You gotta have mayonnaise, dude. Yeah.
So and he's supposed to, so.
I am Boba Fett. Love it.
I didn't do anything to his body, but that's how he arrived.
Get the fuck out of here. Nah, bro, you plumped him up. You plumped him up.
That I want the Denobi exclusive Boba Fett.
Yeah, I like that.
Was that what does he have back there in his rocket back there?
Oh, he's got, what is that?
It's a
Seasoning?
bottle of wine. It's a bottle of wine.
Oh, white bottle.
Oh, it is a burger with ketchup, mayonnaise, and mustard dispensers coming through the arm.
Bottle of,
Yeah, look, he's got a bottle of wine.
there you go, and he's like, like a bantha.
I love it. I love it.
I just
That's a good head sculpt.
I ran into a problem with the script because I was the original story that I wrote was going to be that he was on trial, and his lawyer was going to be Picard. Picard was gonna, Picard always likes to defend people, and so Picard was gonna be his lawyer, and I was gonna have like a jury set up, and then Mace Windu was gonna be the judge. Not Mace Windu, Nick Fury was gonna be the judge, and he was just dropping like F-bombs. I'm like, this is not gonna work. You can't be the judge dropping F-bombs as Nick Fury, banging the gavel, and then.
Right.
Who did I have? Oh, and then the attorney, the opposing attorney would be the Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker would be. So, but it got way too big. I'm like, how the hell am I going to voice this? This is way too damn big. And then the
That's
verdict
when your
was
skets get too out of control. You're like, oh shit.
My script, the story got way too big, and I'm like, and obviously his punishment is that he gets thrown into the Starlight Pit. But now I have to it got way too big. I'm like, this isn't gonna work, And then he's gonna be, as he's being tried, he's gonna be like eating food and go from like Hardee's, and he'll be drinking a shake, and it's anyway. But anyway, we're getting sidetracked.
So you really like the 2-pack?
I hate the 2-pack. I fucking hate the 2-pack.
You don't say.
To me, I think I paid like $280, and to me, it's too much. I'm like, this is
Oh
not.
my
worth
god!
It's not worth it. It's not worth. And then clearly, Toys Wonderland charged me extra for cargo weight, and it was just too much. I was like, no, he's a mess. I can't. The greatest bounty hunter, my ass. that's a mess. No,
That's pretty funny.
You
That is
turn
pretty
Boba Fett
funny.
into Gordon Ramsay kitchen nightmare.
Well, you're gonna have an entertaining video, to say the least.
So,
Yeah.
Whenever you get it done, that's too damn funny, man. But the sculpt is still great. All things considered, I enjoyed that 2-pack.
I think it's.
I still do.
Well, didn't the actor? He knows he's a joke now. The problem is that the show is aging poorly, and it's affecting the merch associated with the show. That's the problem.
Oh, I agree, and I think they're gonna try to remedy that somehow, either in Mando season 3 or whatever is gonna happen. Whatever new next iteration we see of Fett, he should be better. right? I think so, but
We
we
don't need a
digress,
season 2 for
everybody. Yeah, we'll probably see him in March in season 3,
Yeah.
which leads you to what we were talking about before, where if they're gonna drop that N1, it may be
Yeah.
around that time when the show starts.
That makes sense. That makes sense that they'll do that. What do you guys think it's really going to cost?
It'll be around the DeLorean's price.
Yeah, probably.
The N1? You think it'll be like? I think it'll be a little more, right?
Why? There's no electronics in it. Is there other than what there's DeLorean has more like lights and
Doesn't that
More
have moving turbines and like engine parts in the wings or some shit?
all I saw was a couple of blue LED lights and some
Mhm.
spinning props, and that was it. That's what I remember seeing. And then everything else seems to be like plastic molded, where I think the secret is that it'll have probably one of the best paint applications around, so it'll help sell the illusion. So
But from what you've seen in person, you think there's possibility for several detachable parts that then you will assemble
oh
together?
god, yeah, that whole thing looks like it was
Yeah.
kit bash. That's the whole idea of the N1 fighter
Yeah.
is that it was assembled from scrap, right? Isn't that? I mean, it's
even
a junk
packaging. I
vehicle.
think that's how they'll do it. The wings
Yeah.
will come off. They'll break
Mhm.
it down, and it'll because you're not getting a 6-foot box. There's
Oh,
no way.
no.
Because
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a guy doing a 1/6 scale starfighter. I saw yesterday. Bob Dylan sent me on Instagram. He did a custom.
I may have
think
missed
one or
that.
two.
I think Carlos said
think
something
Carlos
like
said
that in the
something
chat
about
too.
it,
I think I missed
Yeah.
it. But something
He
like
said it was about
5,000 or-
5K.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
5K, something
be
like that.
I'll agree with Max in the comments. It'll probably be about the box the size of the Razor Crest. And it's just going to be all attachments. And like I said, it's because it's a junk space vehicle. It'll look very seamless, so you're not going to really tell until you start assembling it where they break it apart. But it shouldn't be more than a DeLorean. It really should. I'd say maybe $700 or $800. There's no reason why it would break $1,000. So remember, this is the hamburger. They still need to sell you the drink and the fries, and the drink and the fries are going to be Mando and Grogu that'll fit inside the actual cockpit.
It's true.
So
Well, and I think that's what they showed on the coming soon page, the Mandalorian and Grogu set that has no, release or anything. That has to be with the thinner body that came with the
Yep.
Blurg, so that it can fit
and you're going to
in
want
the N1.
and Grogu. Yeah, you're going to want a little space bubble Grogu in there, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, the image that they show is with them sitting in the damn ship. So,
Got to complete the set.
why would they show an image of them sitting in the ship
yeah,
in a coming soon figure? It doesn't make sense. So I'm still there. I'm still thinking we're gonna get a big ass starfighter.
yeah, and
I'm
it's
not
gonna
buying
be-
it.
It's not going to be. I am. It's not. And then there's no. Is it going to be die? No, there's no reason to make it die cast. I think plastic.
Oh no.
is fine.
No, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
diecast, dude. No way.
Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah.
No.
No, that would
Yeah.
be way too much, man.
Yeah.
And just look at the Hulkbuster. Even the Hulkbuster reissue didn't. If he's right, it was like $1,100. There's no reason why this thing should go above $800. Just look at the DeLorean. You can kind of just look at the existing vehicles, and you can kind of price it out. Granted, once it's assembled, it's going to be long as shit.
Well, yeah. Oh, Joel, is that something that you would buy?
No, it depends. If that's the same size that we saw, it's huge. I can fit it at this moment. I cannot think where I could fit the beast like that.
No.
But would you get it eventually?
It depends on the price. It depends on manufacturers. It depends on manufacturers.
Let's say it's $1,000 US.
It will not be $1,000.
Let's just say it is. Is that too much?
I think should be around 800 to 900 is a good price point.
Okay. So you'd buy it
Something
at
like
like
that.
800-900 if you had the space?
Why you are putting me on the spot here? You
Well, because I just want to know. I'm
you want me
curious
to
if
commit on a
you're...
live stream? And then in a year from
Commit.
now you didn't get the Starfighter.
Listen, man. No, it's all. I already said I'm not gonna get it. Like it's too big. I don't need it. I think it's awesome if they do it,
A
and
piece
I will
like
enjoy
that,
watching
a
you
piece
guys
like
have it.
that, there is no module case that will fit that. You will need to find something spectacular that you could do with a lot of figures, droids going around, something like that, you know, like
It'll
would
fit in a
require
maximum 40 without
something.
the tail. If the tail is detachable. Let's
Okay.
assume it looked like it is. If you go, I remember the video, there's a detachment part. So I can almost swear it's the same part where it detaches in the original Hasbro Naboo fighter by the tail where it would attach at the end. So it can fit in a maximum of 40 if you don't attach the tail. And you have a pit droid working on it. The pit droid is welding on it, so it's being serviced. It's in a service bay. So have it in part.
It's just 6 scale ships are so big. You
Mm.
know, like because like
any 1/6 scale vehicle is big. I think
sure, but I'm
DeLorean
talking
is the
ships,
most,
bro. Like
the most.
What?
Hmm?
Sorry? What?
Were you done?
Did somebody?
I just said
What?
the most.
Oh, I
What?
thought you were continuing. I thought you were like froze,
I
bro.
know.
My thought break for a moment, and then I just
Like,
let it
And
go.
that was a wrap. You're like, where am I?
What?
Where?
Yeah, the
Oh,
most.
the
No,
sound
it's all-
went out.
It's all good, man. Look, CT
It's
says
the
the best,
most
man.
display friendly, let's say, the
Right.
DeLorean, because it's smaller.
No.
Half the fun is making it fit. Yeah, see, I thought he froze, man. That's what I thought too. I was like,
No, there's a lot
Continue.
of planning going on. Yesterday, I actually checked yesterday for 2 times. I checked the unboxing from the Nobi, the Ecto one. I was checking his unboxing, everything he was doing with the Ecto one, the size wise, and then I checked John Dick also to check how, because John Dick did a comparison with all the vehicles, the Batmobile, the DeLorean, and the Ecto one is
Massive.
way bigger than the Batmobile, the 89.
oh, it's huge. It's huge. I agree with you, Joel. I mean, vehicles are big. I'm just saying, if you guys think vehicles are big, dude, ships are a whole nother, you know.
Yeah, people gonna
Denobi
have
Doc's,
Sorry, I'm sorry.
sorry, no, I was just saying, Doc's wondering, what did you say? What are you using your oil tank for?
Doc recognizes the 1/6 scale oil tanker that's sitting on the floor there. The reason it's on the floor and I don't have I pulled it out is because it's gonna get USB hacked. I need to solder. It runs on 3 AA batteries, and this thing lit up is pretty damn cool. Have you ever seen this prop before? It's
No.
actually pretty neat. So it's on the floor to remind me, hey Denobi, you need to work on this. So bring it over here. This thing lights up, and I'm like,
let everybody know in the chat what this is.
this is a 1/6 scale oil tanker display diorama, and it lights up and turn it on right there.
Whoa.
Cool.
So it looks pretty cool. And I want this, since I'm going through my USB hack situation, you can kind of see it's all lit up there in the lights. So it's on the floor so that I can solder it, so I can connect it to USB. Since it's
No, that's
USB
cool.
compatible, yeah.
Nice.
And you've been doing a lot of that. He's on this USB hack
Yeah. So
binge
that,
right now.
yeah, so that I haven't decided if I'm going to use it for in the Spider-Verse or if it's going to be used in Star Wars, because it could kind of go both ways. But
Yeah, you
having
kind of
stuff
could.
like that, yeah, having things like that lit up, it helps sell the illusion of the display.
Oh yeah. Well, like I told you, I just bought the fusion reactor for my Mysterio's Illusion Iron Man, and I don't have many Iron Mans at all. In fact, that's my only Iron Man now. But I am going to get the comic origin Iron Man, and I'm telling you, man, when he's lit up all the time in the comic book wing, it looks really damn cool. It's kind of like how other things are lit up behind me, right? Like be saying, when you have all this, anything you have that can light up and you can get everything lit,
It works,
dude.
better.
It's like a party over there, man. It just looks so awesome. I mean, it's really awesome.
I'll have a video out tonight or tomorrow. Someone had mentioned about, because I had 3D printed the Imperial Walker leg, and I did actually go out and take it out and played it with the snow, and I haven't really posted any pictures on it, but I'll have the video out. But just to kind of show you, I'll post this on my Instagram. I don't know if you can see it here, but I don't know if this can
Whoops.
see it here. Hold on here.
Oh, that looks cool as
Wow.
hell.
Yeah,
That's in the
looks
snow. That's real snow.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
There you go. So
Wow. That is badass.
Awesome. That is
Yeah.
awesome.
like that,
Damn.
huh?
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Very impressive. Most impressive.
You know, King Killa brings up a good point. So you guys should discuss your wiring situation of your displays. Well, don't ask Jay, because
Why? Did he
go check out Jay's collection tour video. By the way, if you guys haven't already, at Brother Cousins, man, link below. What's a nice collection tour?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
But I'll leave that one alone on there for wiring, because it's rough. No, wiring's tough, and that's you know we could briefly touch on that topic just because I know I've brought it up. I know Denobi, you've brought it up, that moving forward with everything going USB, whether it be lightsabers or some of these Iron Mans, which by the way, the Mark 1 reissue diecast, I'm getting shipping notifications that's coming in soon. If you guys didn't already see that, that is another USB. So moving forward with USBs, man, I'm feeling I don't share the pain. Well, I kind of do for the comic area with DTOFs. It's the only DTOFs I have, but I feel the pain a little bit for people moving forward, because if you guys are all in DTOFs and you want to have all that stuff lit up, because why wouldn't you if it's plugged in?
Yeah.
You don't have to fuck with the batteries. You're like, oh, just plug it in. Cool. That's going to be that's going to look really shitty in a bunch of DTOFs, because they're all glass and it's just hard to, so I don't know.
Well, people are going to have to start, if you for all of you DTOF collectors out there, which you would have to you're probably going to have to get if you're going to stay on those DTOFs, you're going to have to get a little handy. Get yourself a bit that can actually go through glass and start drilling holes for those. I've done that a couple of times. I mean, I've done it with plexiglass. I've done it with, it's not hard to do.
No.
And that's why, like, if you look at my video, the wires are all over the place, because I'm kind of moving out of DTOFs, honestly. But yeah, that's what the wiring is just, trying to do wiring in a DTOF is very hard. And you're right. The more USB stuff we get, the wires are going to be all over the place. So
yeah. Well, you're going to have to, no matter what, because the way, just how DTOFs are engineered with 4 vertical shelves, whatever's on the top, you're going to need an extension cord.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the third one and the second one, a little shorter.
Yep.
And then you're going to have them all connected to a hub. And that's just one DTOF with a 4-port USB hub. Right. And then you're going to have to somehow keep them all taut in like the back right or something. Hide it as best as you can. It's going to be
with the existing wiring already for the lighting system already.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be a challenge.
Yep.
It's going to be a challenge. So just, that's something I'm just wanted to, because, it was just brought up here, in the chat about, wiring and stuff can kill us. So, I was thinking, you know what? Just think about that, guys, because a lot of people don't think about what's happening in the future, much like vehicles, right? When people are like, oh, I'm going to get a vehicle. And we've talked about that. I think it was actually Joel and Denobi, when we were just us three, we had a whole stream about that, about, how people don't necessarily think ahead.
Right.
Upon getting a vehicle. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get the tumbler. I'm going to get the DeLorean. Well, have you had a vehicle?
Yeah.
Where are you going to put it? Where are you going to put the box? You got to think ahead. And it's the same thing with all these USB things. I'm like, well, think ahead, guys.
Yeah.
Great. Where you're going to put the box. That's a great one right there. Yeah.
The box.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. So, I don't know. Who has videos to these USB hacks? Well, my friend, Master Bill Bro. This guy right here. Am I pointing at him?
Yeah.
I did, yes. Yeah. And I'm gonna retouch it up again. I'm gonna show a multi-circuit USB hack, not a daisy chain hack, but a multi-circuit when I get the Hydra Stomper. I'm just waiting on the good deal, because my Hydra Stomper will be lit. And I believe it has, it's gonna be lit up with the big boys behind me, with like Igor, Hulkbuster, and who's the other big boy I have? Ironmonger. Ironmonger's lit up too. So yeah,
that'll be nice. And though he's not quite as large, the new Mark 1 reissue would look kind of cool with those.
Yeah. This, the vehicles. You gotta now. I believe the DeLorean is going to be a USB though plug-in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be USB.
Even though the
Yeah.
original DeLorean had the actual AC adapter, but
Yeah.
you can actually just get a adapter hybrid USB. You can still plug it in USB, but the new one is still actually will have the actual USB plug-in on it as well.
Do they apply to sabers? That is a good question. There's another way to light up your sabers. You know Shane, my buddy Shane, he knows how to do it. He's done it. I don't know what he did, but he essentially soldered some wires into his lightsaber, and he's got them hooked up to something and they turn on. They're not CCFL.
I paid the CFL, yeah, and I don't like those because they get way too hot and it's actually a fire hazard. So I can't keep those on.
I didn't know that.
No, they are hot.
They're
There
hot.
should be a setting too, though. You can keep them down a little bit.
Yeah, because I paid for the one kid or dude that does it on Instagram, and it's great
Chris?
for a photo. Yeah, is it Chris?
Yeah.
And I bought 2 of them, not realizing how hot they get, and it's technically a fire hazard. And they're not even USB. They're not even 5 volts. They pull in more volts than 5 amp. So now it's a fire hazard in an enclosed space. So I have them. I used them for a few photos, and then
I got Luke's right here.
See what I mean? He doesn't even have his plugged in because he knows how hot they get.
Yeah, I don't have it plugged in. So it's kind of weird for me.
It's a fire hazard.
I don't have it plugged in because they do get pretty hot.
Yeah.
And then for me, I don't need them for photos because I just use
Photoshop.
After Effects plugins
No.
and I create the saber.
Yeah.
For my photos, it looks more organic than this, oddly enough. Now, not to take away from these, but I think this is old tech.
It is very old tech. It was cool
right with Hot Toys bringing in. Yeah, it was cool, and I still think it's neat.
Yeah.
You know, but I think moving forward, it's like, all right, well, if Hot Toys is doing it in a more safe and energy efficient manner, then we don't need to anymore.
I was actually going to do a review on it, but it wouldn't have been I wasn't overall happy with the product, and because it wasn't cheap. I think he charged me $75 a blade. Is that what it was at the time, or 60? Because I bought 2. I got one for Luke and Vader, and they pull in more than 5 volts. They're not USB. They get way too hot, and it's, to me, I just saw it as a danger. And so no, I'm really curious to see this new technology, this new LED, because LED technology keeps getting tinier and tinier, more efficient, a lot better. So I'm really curious to see who's going to be the first one with the USB lightsaber. Is it going to be? It's not deepfake Luke, is it?
No, unless they decide to update him. Bespin Luke, I think, was the first.
Bespin Luke was the very first one, right?
Because I lost my shit over that. I was like, wow, USB.
Yeah. Okay.
Because prior to that, we had Ahsoka, Mando, Ahsoka, Mando, and Mando Luke. I think were the 2 Jedi figures we got before Bespin. That, you know what I'm saying? I think Bespin was the first. So I was like, oh shit, he's got USB. Whether or not they go back and when they update it, kind of like how they did with Rey from Rise of Skywalker.
That would be great.
They're like, hey, by the way, we threw in Leia's saber, we threw in this other stuff.
That would be a nice little surprise.
Yeah, so they may do that for Ahsoka and Luke. I don't know. We'll find out, you know. Nice. Funky Cold Santa, though, man, with a $5 super chat, dude. Thank you, brother. Always, man. I do appreciate your support. He says, any early nominations for Figure of the Year from the panel? That is a good one, man. I think actually, let's talk about that, man. Joel, man, let me start with you on that, dude. You got any nominations, man, for Figure of the Year? Doesn't have to be Hot Toys.
No, I already talked about these. I think was
talk
on
about
my
it again.
stream. I really like the Miles Morales, the figure, the Spider-Man.
Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, the Spider-Verse one. I really like that Miles. That is like a 2-in-1, 3-in-1 figure. I really like that figure, but I still haven't opened because I'm still yet to receive Batman. but I really like that Robin and Batman from Batman Forever. I got Robin already. I haven't opened. I didn't open because I'm waiting for Batman. But I like those two figures a lot. I think those two figures came out great. They are different, right? They are not the same that we keep seeing. I think you will not see
stuff like that again. Yeah.
No. And I think these Batman Forever figures are well done. I don't care about the suit, about the throbbing, about the thing. I really like those figures. I think those figures are really good.
Oh yeah. Nate, no, I think it was Bespin Luke 2.0, man. Kenobi was after
Matt Damon.
Yeah, Matt Damon. Yeah, no, but I think it was. So okay, so Miles, mix it up, Jay, man.
I can't. I don't want to steal Joel's take. So, but
you've been saying it all year.
I've been saying it all year. Really, really like that figure. But
which one? Captain Rex?
No, the Miles in the Spider-Verse.
Miles.
I'm trying. You know what?
Well, we already know that he's a contender. How about one other?
I'm going to say, and this is kind of a cheat, but the Nightmare Batman and Superman 2-pack.
That's not a cheat.
That's one release.
Yeah. That's a release.
Yep.
Okay, you really like that one, huh?
That one, and I'm gonna throw another one in there just for kicks. Cable. Cable's good. He ticks all the boxes for me.
Yeah.
Even though he's skinny without the. Even though his ass is skinny without the.
He is. He is.
But it looks good. It's a good figure.
Yeah. A couple people saying Snowspeeder Luke.
Yeah.
Snowspeeder Luke.
It's another one.
Snowspeeder Luke.
Snowspeeder
Luke.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to disagree with on that one. Yeah, but I think there's a bias there because it's the original trilogy. So I'm like, yeah.
That's why I didn't. Yeah. That's why I didn't pick.
So I don't know. I mean, how do you really judge a figure of the year? It all comes down to your personal preference. If you really like this and you're super excited that you finally got it.
If you want to talk about just pure newsworthy figure, the figure of the year would be shit. I think Boba Fett arena suit would be on a lot of people's list just because of all the hoopla behind that figure.
Yeah, but the thing is, those things like they peak and dip, right? It's the same thing with. I would almost put him with the Avengers Campus Spider-Man. You know,
really?
A lot of people.
I think the hype for Boba was way bigger.
Kind of. The thing is, though, is if you look at that Fett, it is kind of a repaint of ESB.
Oh yeah.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you try to look at it from a figure perspective rather than
to me, I think
like it.
Honestly, like we talked when I got it in hand. I was like, "What the hell did I just do?" And I capitalized off the hype and sold it for a real good price. I sold it for about $500-$600, after getting it from Sideshow, because it just, I was like, why? I have this already. It's black. Yeah, I get the story behind it, but it's Black Boba Fett.
Sure. No, I get it.
Yeah.
Without the hype, Arena Fett is my top figure. And Indiana Jones present toys. Interesting. Not bad. Huh. Can an exclusive be figure of the year? Well, yeah. And whatever you feel that is like, wow, I'm so happy with this purchase this year. Regardless. Denobi, I'm curious to think of what yours might have been this year.
God, it's really tough for me. It's
or a one. It doesn't have to be like the bad.
For me, it's figures that spur my imagination and force me to want to play with them. So it's going to be things like the Dark Trooper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where I found it really intriguing, where I ended up buying a second one and I ended up USB hacking them, and they just look really menacing lit all the time.
They do.
It's the Blurg surprise hit. I had
fun with
that. Yeah. Going on location out in the desert, out in the river, and it's things like that where
the Blurg inside the water. That thing was
great. That was great.
Was amazing.
Yeah, a surprise one that I found that I got to play with was Echo, Bad Batch Echo, right? It's those unique little one-off figures like that what can I like? This is cool. This is different. I hadn't seen this before, right? It's figures like that. And I would probably say what Nightmare Batman set was a really good one too. Oh, the Stab. Nobody seemed to really care about the Anakin and the Stab. I found that really
good.
a lot of
Such a
fun.
good-
Yeah.
Real good set. Yep.
The Anakin and the Stab was a good one. I'm surprised. I can't believe that it ended up on the bug because I thought that was just a surefire hit. I've had fun with the speeders, the Mandalorian and the Endor speeder. It's things like that. And then Miles Morales, which was my first. I broke my virginity on that one with the USB. That's the one that kind of it was the epiphany. It was my Holland's Opus. I'm like, oh my god, this is the future. That when I bought that Miles, the DJ, you guys know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The 2020 suit.
2020.
Yeah, that was, to me, that's my very first Hot Toys USB, and I'm like, holy shit, this works. This is the future here.
That is pretty good, man. I know a lot of people were talking about that Blurg, and I can't believe I've forgotten. Denobi and I even had this conversation. But do you guys know that the Blurg is not, its first appearance was not in The Mandalorian?
Really?
Oh,
And I'm not going to say where it's from because I know a lot of people are going to say.
it. Let's see who the first person in the audience, but now they're going to try to Google it now. They're going to.
No Googles, just what was the first appearance of the Blurgs?
Fuck.
Do not Google this.
They're gonna cheat. Yeah.
I will tell you that Dokinator is already wrong. I'm sorry, my guy.
Oh. Somebody got it already.
Somebody already got it. That is right. Salty Collector.
No, it was Nate. Nate got it first.
Oh, did Nate say? Oh, it may be
Nate
coming
got
up.
it first.
I don't even see Nate's.
Yeah.
Nate
Oh,
got it
I did.
first.
Yeah. Well, you guys both got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
But you guys remember the name of the movie?
No, but I remember watching that movie way back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe it was was it the Caravan of Truth or was it the Battle of Endor?
Battle of Endor. Yep. Battle of Endor.
Out of here.
Yeah, Blurgs were in there. 1983, I think, was that movie. 84. When did that movie come out?
Cred. Okay.
He's
you
got
have the
street
photo-
cred.
Anthony, you have the photo. You can probably can you upload it, or I shared it to you, didn't I?
Yeah, but I don't. Let's see.
Yeah,
I'll bring it up.
It's the Battle of Endor. Yeah. Battle for Endor or at Endor, Battle Endor, something like that. Yeah.
Watch this.
Yeah, but
Everybody will run on by Blurg now.
Well, I knew that before I got my Blurg, and I was opening up figures, and I ended up putting the movie on Disney Plus because I knew the Blurgs were going to be in this film. So I knew that before I got my Blurg. I knew that because Dave Filoni was talking about it, or Jon Favreau, one of the behind the scenes, when the Blurgs made their first appearance. And I was like, yeah, where he remembered them and he wanted to use the Beast of Burden. And the Battle for Endor, the Blurgs were pulling, they were acting kind of like horses. They were like pulling like a carriage type deal. But yeah. Disney, yeah.
There they are.
There they are.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, I be damned. I didn't.
Yeah, man. OG Blurgs. I mean,
wow. That's
Max
dope.
Blurgs are about to waitlist. Yeah, man. They're OG, man.
Yep.
Crazy. So, isn't that interesting?
Shit. After the Nobi's video, I already was going to get one, but now.
Yeah. That's
You remember these movies?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Very
I
good,
guess so. Yeah, guys. Crazy.
Awesome.
I know a lot of people were like, oh,
Yeah,
Rebels.
I'm surprised you didn't know that, brothers. And
I spaced that shit. I saw that movie when I was like 4 years old.
Right.
I remember what the
That
fuck
was the
Blurg
last
is.
time I seen it. I was like,
It was talked about though. Even when the Blurgs first showed up during like the live streams, it was actually one of the, and that's why Nate remembered it because he had talked about it, and I had talked about it because we had known about it because we knew Dave Filoni had talked about it on the behind the scenes on Disney Plus. Those little quick snippet, cuts for like season 2. Yeah.
Yeah, the more you know.
The more you know.
Because I totally didn't know. I was like, oh. So it is kind of cool. It is kind of cool that you can get that creature and be like, ah.
Yeah.
And we've been saying it's a beast.
there.
And that's the thing, it's a beast. And we don't get that many offerings of like
No.
beast creatures and stuff. So.
Yep. Kind of like
Yeah.
the lizard from New Hope. What's the lizard's name? God, where the
Talking about like the dewbacks?
The dewbacks, yeah, the dewbacks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Man, and Sideshow's dewback. That shit's like
That's
$1,500.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not make that, as a New Hope anniversary special? I'd buy that.
Please do. I will put my Sand Trooper right on that damn thing. Dewbacks, man. Those would be really cool. So you could pose these blurgs with the 40th anniversary Ewok figures. You could.
Well,
I
the
mean-
Blurgs were used to capture the Ewoks. So
Yeah. They had the little cages and they were,
in the cages, yeah, they were being
carrying them or,
Yeah.
pulling of the cages or whatnot. But still,
So,
yeah, you could definitely throw it in with like an OT style display. I mean, if you really wanted to, it is.
I don't know if they're
created
going to end
back
up on
then.
sale on Sideshow. I'm really shocked that considering that we have Quill and Blurg inbound pretty soon. I would imagine Quill and the Blurg are going to show up before Christmas.
That has not been delayed. You're right. I keep forgetting about Quill.
Quill and the Blurg, yeah.
Yeah.
No, because Mando Luke got delayed, Ahsoka got delayed, Cyborg got delayed.
Yeah.
And they have the Blurg
Did
done already.
Ahsoka really get delayed?
Yeah.
Has anybody seen like any?
No, I think Ahsoka's still the same. I think
Is
it's
she not?
December.
Wait a minute. Am I tripping, guys? When is Ahsoka coming?
I don't think she was.
I know
delayed.
Cyborg got delayed. I was really
Cyborg and Mando Luke. There was
Like
another
twice.
Star Wars figure that got delayed.
Yeah.
Who was delayed?
No, Ahsoka still shows December to February.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Ahsoka is
All right.
still-
Well, I think there were two
Yeah.
Star Wars figures that got delayed. Man, I can't keep up with this shit. Sometimes there's too much stuff.
It's too many. Yeah, it's way too.
Yeah.
Was it Mando?
Mando was delayed. Luke, Deepfake Luke was delayed.
Deepfake Luke was delayed. Yes. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was
deepfake
looking-
Luke was, but who was the second? Was Mando delayed?
I think it was
Mando was
Mando.
delayed. Yeah, Mando was delayed.
Maybe that's what it was then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesse as well. Okay. And the Chrome Mando. Okay. But you guys are saying the Mando Deluxe was delayed,
Yeah.
not the
Yeah.
regular version of him.
Yeah.
But they will not release a regular, and they will release both.
They're still.
I don't know
like-
if they will though, because the the fucking comic origin Iron Man, dude, Sideshow's had that in stock for 6 months, but not the deluxe.
Mm.
The deluxe is finally coming in.
Yeah.
That's what I've been waiting for. Apparently Elena got also delayed.
Fuck.
So
But mind you, though, there's still like 10 figures still that are predicted to be inbound. I know one of them is Wonder Woman 84. Jesus, she's going on almost 3 years now.
she got delayed.
Yeah.
Did she get delayed?
She got delayed.
Wow.
Yeah, she got delayed.
Wow.
I know people were complaining about that. I'm like, well, it's kind of a
She's
shit
going on
movie.
3 years. Yeah, that's.
She'll get delayed and then eventually she'll come. But you know what? I honestly, dude, out of all those that we've just mentioned, I mean, there's at least a couple of them that I want to get.
Yeah.
But with that said, dude, I don't mind the delays.
No, I don't mind the delays either.
Save
You
that
know,
money.
picking up Doc, picking up Batman and Robin. That's three pieces right there. The Mark One. I kind of want the Mark One. DeLorean.
DeLorean was coming.
The fucking Back to the Future 3 Doc and Marty. I shit you not. Those are February
Yeah.
or January. Like they're all gonna bombard us. So it's like,
Great
if you guys delay some more shit that I want, I'm hacky with that.
And don't
It's one thing
forget-
that we
don't
learn is
forget to
patience.
Don't forget to place there in between the $1,000 in-art Joker.
Well, mine's paid for, so I got no sweat on that one. But for others, yes, there are people that are gonna have to be dropping.
Where
Most
I
people
get,
I've been talking, they are hoping the in-art doesn't come now. They are asking, please don't.
Right? They don't want to. They don't want to have
They don't want
$1,000
it
price
now. They
tag
don't
right
want
here
it
during the
now.
holidays.
Everybody least expected is going to
Yeah.
drop.
Nate's right, by the way. The whole Justice League DC cast, they're gone. So people were DMing me on. Do you think I should pick up the Nightmare Superman? I'm like, you better. You're not going to see those guys ever again. That was it.
You will not see them again.
Yeah. Everybody, Henry Cavill, they're all gone.
Yeah, I mean, if it's something that you guys enjoyed,
Yeah, you better grab it.
You're
You'll never see
probably
it
not
again.
going to see him again. Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
Uh-huh.
Falcon, yeah, correct. Yeah, Anthony Mackie, he was delayed.
It was delayed. No, like twice. Like twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad. It is very bad. But at the same time, I don't think it's a big deal for me anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Only because, I mean, why do I need everything right now? I don't. So
Well,
not too sure.
I'm not too keen on sandbagging because, like I said, I am falling a little bit behind. I still don't have Batman and Robin. There's a few other key characters I still want. So there's the fine line of sandbag and delay, but at the same time, you realize that you're also falling behind because
Right.
don't
Well, no, that was
Yeah.
my thing earlier with Moff Gideon, the Dark Trooper. There was a couple figures I was behind on, and then you start feeling that pressure. Chinese New Year's, I think January 22nd.
Yeah, but from January 10, you will not see anything going out.
No, because they'll shut down a week or two before. Yeah, I would imagine. So, yeah, we're all falling behind. But what can you do?
Yep, that's it.
You can't
And
collect everything, guys.
You will not see the enough Joker
Save your money.
before.
That's all you do.
Yeah.
Save your money. If you didn't do the payment plans or pre-orders, just save your money, and when it comes out.
Yeah, I will be buying that Wonder Woman, by the way, the one that got delayed. Probably will be buying the rest of the existing DC. Anyway, it was Cyborg, Wonder Woman, and is that it? And then I got Peacemaker in pre-order. So there's no one else from the DC, right? I mean, that ship is leaving us. That's it. That's going to be history.
I guess I'm tripping, man. Nate was showing me that the lightsaber for Luke Bespin is not USB.
It's not?
Where the hell is my brain? Is this some Mandela effect or some shit? Like, I swear that thing was USB.
So who is the first Jedi with
No,
the
that's what it was. No. Nate is right. Because remember, I was like, I wonder if they'll. Yeah, he's right. It's Matt Damon.
Obi-Wan is the first one. He's right.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
So
Yeah.
Kenobi one. Okay.
I was wrong. Yeah, because I think I actually remember bringing that up right where I was like, oh, maybe they'll retro do it because he was just before the announcements. And
yeah.
Yes, you are correct, Nate. My bad, guys. I don't know why I thought that, but well, whatever.
So it's not deepfake Luke then?
Mm-mm.
No, it's Obi-Wan.
Oh.
Obi-Wan and Vader have the USBs. And, so maybe they'll give it to Ahsoka, maybe they'll give it to Luke. I swear I thought it was Luke, but it's not. Now I'm seeing it clear again. It's not. I think I got confused because he came out right before the May 4th announcements.
Yeah.
And then I was like kind of correlating that shit where I'm like, no, he wasn't a May 4th. He was right before. Like, same thing. Like, who knows with all this shit, man? We get so much stuff. It's hard to keep track.
It's hard to kind of keep up with some of this right now.
Yeah.
So Kenobi would be the first one. How much is he? Was he $400? No, he's 300. Is he 300?
Was he like?
See, I don't have all these numbers in my head, but I can
So-
look them up.
315 or something.
So 295.
295.
295, and yeah, you're right. So it is him, Matt Damon. USB powered operated would be the first one, and then after him, then it's like the Grand Inquisitor has it.
Vader has it too, right? 330.
Yeah.
Riva.
Has it. Okay, so then see that's a lot of USB plugs.
Yeah, so we're at 4 right there.
That's 4 plugs
so
right
far.
there. Yeah.
And I suspect any Jedi or Sith or Inquisitors moving forward.
Yeah, moving forward, you definitely are going to expect a USB plug-in. Yep.
Yeah.
100%. And Bespin Luke does not have it.
No, I was.
See, that's stupid.
I gave alternative facts. Yeah. So my apologies, everybody.
Yeah.
It's whatever. Anyway, guys, did we hit that 2-hour mark? I think we're gonna wrap. You guys get it wrapping?
Yeah.
We're good. Joel, pleasure to have you, my man.
I'm good.
Yeah. Denobi, brother cousins as always. I don't know what happened to Mario. Radio silence.
Did he get
I
stuck
haven't,
at?
Did he call you? He didn't call you or anything?
He told. Remember, he said earlier he was going to a Christmas party, but it should wrap early.
Yeah.
But maybe
it's a Christmas party,
maybe
probably.
they threw on the records and they had a couple of
That was
eggnogs, and before
Yeah,
you
he
know
got
it,
drunk.
he's
The alcohol and eggnog gets you
Yeah.
every time.
so he could be doing yeah. So anyway, guys, we're gonna probably wrap. I want to let you guys know again, dude. New channel members in the month of December, New Year's Eve, giving away $100 gift card, Sideshow to any new members, and also come join. I'm a little disappointed. Okay, come join the Facebook group because I have an event going on right now where you come take a photo, do some kind of festive holiday photo with your figures, and on Christmas Eve I'm gonna go through all the photo submissions. We only have like 7 right now. I was expecting to see more. Yeah, so I want to see more photos, so come join the Facebook group. I'm giving away a Bo-Katan Hot Toys to the winner, and for my Star Trek peeps that are also doing it, giving away a Judge Q from Next Generations. We're giving away 2 figures for these photo submissions. You don't have to be a photographer, man. Use your phone. Just be creative. We're not judging that shit off of, it's a creativity. Just come participate regardless. And the thing is the chat is going to be voting. So with everybody here, if you guys are tuning in on next Saturday stream, you guys are going to be the ones voting for the winners. I'll put a link in the chat here. You guys can click the link and vote on each submission. Whoever gets the most votes gets that Bo-Katan or gets a Judge Q. I wanted to give back for the holidays, and I thought it'd be a fun way to have everybody not like work for it, but do something. Get everybody involved and have fun. So come check out the group, guys, if you haven't and you want a chance to win. Dude, I think that would be awesome. Joe says I was trying to get a 1/6 scale Santa head to submit. Well, fuck it, if there's only 7 submissions, I'll submit anything. That's what I'm saying. So I would like to see
Submitting something
more
tonight.
people to do that. I mean, it's 2 free figures, guys. I'm trying to give back, man. It's that time of year.
And those Santa hats are very cheap. You just buy the hats they use for the bottles, for the wine bottles, and they fit perfectly 1/6 scale head.
Yeah. No, they're really cool. They are really cool. And they don't have to be. Like, we've already had some cool submissions there. There's some people have done some cool pictures, but there's only like 7 or 8, and we have a week left, and I'm gonna cut off the submission date on Thursday.
Oh, wow.
So it gives people 5 days to put in a picture, and everybody watching is gonna vote. So whoever wins, man, be pretty fun. Anyway, guys, I think that's it, man. Braden, what's up, man? He said, hey, sorry, I missed the big night. I understand, dude. You got a kid now. Little inside joke. But no, you guys, I don't really need to say what's going on, man. Everybody knows what's going on. Follow everybody here.
Yeah.
Links in the description below.
Yes, sir.
And if you guys don't see me sometime during the week, unless something drops, maybe I'll pop in. Then I will see you guys on Christmas Eve, Saturday next week. I think, Jay, you'll be available as well.
I will be there.
That'll work, guys. That's when we'll do the photo contest. So anyway, you guys have a great night. We'll see you on the flip. Later.